The next reaction which we're going to see is Cannizzaro reaction, which is shown by those aldehydes only, okay, only by those aldehydes which do not have alpha hydrogen atoms. So this is a very simple short note kind of question, or 1 mark or 2 marks question which can be asked. Those aldehydes which do not have alpha hydrogen atom will be undergoing such reactions. You have to just learn the reaction. There is no mechanism as such predicted given in the book of NCERT actually. So we are just supposed to be knowing the reaction. So it's very simple to remember. Just see that this is the simplest aliphatic aldehyde which does not have alpha hydrogen atom. You can see that there is no alpha carbon in this compound because there is a functional group CHO. There is no alpha carbon attached to it. So this compound can undergo reaction with itself in the presence of concentrated NaOH, and it undergoes basically disproportionation reaction. We all are aware of this word disproportionation, which means self oxidation reduction. We all are aware of this term from 11th class itself. So they are going to undergo self oxidation reduction, and one of the compounds undergoes, let us say, oxidation to give you, it's an aldehyde, so aldehydes give you acids. We are going to get acids, but since there is an alkali in the test tube, we will not get OH, we'll be getting O minus Na plus. So we'll be getting sodium methanoate or sodium formate as one of the products. Salt of the carboxylic acid is one of the products we will write, plus the other molecule which is there will undergo reduction. So there will be simultaneous oxidation and reduction, and the product aldehydes and reduction give you, yes, alcohols. So we are going to get HOH. So what have we done is we have added a hydrogen atom over here, we have added another hydrogen atom over here, so we get a primary alcohol. So these are the two products which we are going to be getting in the case of your Cannizzaro reaction, and this is the simplest aliphatic aldehyde which gives you this reaction. Similarly, the simplest aromatic aldehyde which can show you this reaction is going to be, naturally you can understand that, so simple, is benzaldehyde. So we'll just change our entire structure slightly and show you the reaction with benzaldehyde as well. So it's very simple. You just have to remove that complete thing and write aromatic part right like this. So look at this. So it's very simple. You will be getting sodium benzoate, you will be getting benzyl alcohol. This is nothing but benzyl alcohol. So I'm sure this is clear now. What is aldol condensation? It is undergone by only those aldehydes or ketones which have alpha hydrogen atom, and those which do not have alpha hydrogen atom, those aldehydes will be undergoing self oxidation and self reduction in the presence of concentrated NaOH. And the most important thing is you have to heat this also, otherwise if you don't heat, the reaction won't be taking place. Alright, so now what we have discussed so far is we have discussed aldol, we have discussed cross aldol, we have discussed Cannizzaro, and in exam the moment you look at the reagent you should understand what reaction are they talking about. So in aldol condensation we have seen clearly that we are going to use dilute sodium hydroxide, children, and also heating is required. For cross aldol, actually I forgot, you must use dilute barium hydroxide. That's what is the alkali which we are going to use for cross aldol. Alright, Cannizzaro we are going to use concentrated sodium hydroxide and heating. The moment you look at the reagent you should understand what reaction are they talking about. So this was the reaction, and now I'm going to do the last reaction of aldehydes and ketones, which will be a very simple one. The last reaction is electrophilic substitution reaction, which you have already done so many times previously in your previous lessons, so I'm not going to discuss much about it. Electrophilic substitution reactions are going to be discussed for aromatic compounds like aromatic aldehydes or ketones. And as you're aware that before we start doing the reactions, we talk about the nature of the group which is attached to the benzene ring, and this nature, you can see this is the nature. What is it? It is an electron withdrawing group. May it be an aldehyde or a ketone, may it be an R over here or may it be an H over here, it's going to be an electron withdrawing group, and this C double bond O is going to be pulling the electrons of benzene towards itself, and thus we show that the benzene ring becomes deactivated and it becomes electron deficient, because these two electrons will be coming over here. So we can draw it like this, CO minus, and we can just draw R or H, whatever it is given in the exam. If it is an aldehyde, we're going to write H. If it's a ketone, then we're going to write that R over there. Okay, so what have you seen here is that this carbon is going to be, ortho carbon is going to be electron deficient, and naturally this positive charge will come here in the next structure, and it will be coming here in the next structure. Ortho and the para, that means two orthos will be there naturally, and para. So these two positions are going to be electron deficient, and the electrophile is also electron deficient. So definitely when the carbon atoms are electron deficient, the electrophile is also deficient. So why will they come together? So there will be a lot of repulsions, and the electrophiles are not going to attack the ortho and the para positions. So basically the meta position is comparatively electron rich in the case of aromatic aldehydes or aromatic ketones, and hence the electrophile is very quickly going to attack the meta position. So what we learn here is that the products here are exclusively going to be meta products, Let's take two examples and understand this. Let's take the example first. I will take chlorination of benzaldehyde, for which I require chlorine in the presence of anhydrous Lewis acid, that is FeCl3, which will make the reaction little faster, because we know that the ring is deactivated. And what products are we going to use here? Ortho, para will not be attacked, but meta positions are going to be attacked. So one of the meta positions you will be showing that it attacks, and the hydrogen atom from there you have to remove. H plus comes out, and from this side the Cl minus comes out. So we'll be getting the answer as over here let's write Cl, over here let's write CHO plus the byproduct HCl. So you will be getting 2 chloro, 1 2 3, so sorry, it's going to be 3 chloro benzaldehyde is going to be your exclusive product. It's going to be your exclusive product. Same way children, whatever they give in exam, you can always write whatever they give. You're going to write meta products. What reaction am I doing here is concentrated HNO3 plus H2SO4. That's right, it's nitration. So I'm going to get meta nitro benzaldehyde as the product, ortho meta. So let's write meta, and from HNO3 NO2 has been taken. What is left is OH minus, and from here you're going to remove H plus, so water comes out. We all know the function of H2SO4 is to remove the water, because it's a very good dehydrating agent. It takes the water very quickly, absorbs it, shifts the reaction equilibrium towards the right hand side. Second thing, we all are aware it's a catalyst. So these are the two important points about H2SO4 which we are going to write always in the exam. It's a very good catalyst, it's a very good acid, it's a very good dehydrating agent, shifts the reaction equilibrium towards the right hand side. So in this manner we have finished today the reactions of aldehydes and ketones.